Hello and welcome back to my channel, Reclaiming Jen, where moms can take a break from the busy mom life and focus on their own needs, wants, and goals. On my channel, I talk about online teaching and how you can start teaching online. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the reality of getting started teaching online. In chatting with friends and family, just locally, I have found that a lot of people don't know about what Outschool is. And so today I want to tell my family and my friends and my watchers on YouTube just how simple it is to start teaching online and how lucrative or how fulfilling it can be for your goals. And maybe your goals are just to earn a little bit of side cash. Maybe you'd like to change careers. Maybe you are a stay-at-home mom or want to become a stay-at-home mom and you want to bring in some income. I know it can seem daunting to step into a job that's online, and you might wonder, is it legit? When I started teaching online in 2019, I started with a Chinese company, which teaching for an international company, of course, and something no one had ever heard of. There were plenty of questions like, are you even gonna get paid? Is it a scam? So that ended up being just a wonderful jumpstart to my online teaching career, and I'm so grateful. I'm actually really grateful that I didn't tell my husband I was even applying. I started figuring out where I was going to have my classroom. I started making my background for my classroom and all the things before I even told him I was going to do it, because I didn't want to hear, is it going to work, or how's it going to go? So I didn't want other opinions coming in my head. I just wanted to try and go for it. And that's what I did. My first class online was in May of 2019, and that's where I've been ever since then. I've even taken the step of resigning from my long time 18-year career of substitute teaching, and I'm really happy to be teaching online now. Online teaching has replaced my income that I received teaching in the schools. And I was teaching part-time, just a few days a week usually. So I just wanted to share what it is, not only for people that want to teach online, but I want to tell my friends and family what Outschool is. And maybe your child would like to become a student on Outschool. I ended up working before school, so I would get up and teach at like 6 until maybe 7:30, and then I would take my kids to school, and then I would go off to work if I had to work that day. So it worked out well where I could work in the evenings too. So if you're thinking about working online and you're not sure, well, you know, I can't work during the day because I have a job, you can work around the clock with several, like with most of these companies that are online, because they have students around the world. And that goes for Outschool, which I'm going to be talking heavily about. So I told you that basically my income was lost with VIPKid. I also had income because I would help other teachers become hired with VIPKid. So then I got a bonus from the company for the referral. So it was called a referral bonus. So that was a really nice part of my income, and that's why I started this YouTube channel, was to help other teachers, and that's what I'm still continuing to do. So now that I'm working with Outschool, Outschool is an online marketplace where students can come and search for classes of their liking. They can be academic classes, they can be group classes, they can be one-on-one classes. There are live classes, mostly it is live classes, but there are also flex classes that are not live, and students can go at their own pace without being in a live classroom and still have interaction with the teachers and the students in chat boxes and stuff like that. So those are the options on Outschool. And if you wanted to become a teacher on Outschool, you don't need a degree, you don't need a diploma. What Outschool does require is that you share your passion and that you have experience in some type of expertise, and so you want to share that expertise with students. Some of the requirements that Outschool has for teachers is that you must be at least 18 years old and you need to reside full-time in the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, England, or Wales. If you're not in one of these countries and you would really like to teach online, there are other companies that I can suggest for you that are similar marketplaces that will hire you worldwide. Okay, so again, you have to have an expertise or a passion about something. If you want to teach art or painting or claymation or baking or coding, you can teach anything. Self-defense, physical activity, gym classes, even like stretching, gymnastics, all the things. You can teach anything on Outschool. Of course, you know, it has to have, you have to market it. It needs to be a marketable class that people want to actually take, and then you will actually get students, right? Because you can have, you know, what you think is a great class and then nobody enrolls in it and you're not making money, right? So an expertise or passion about something. You have to follow their community standards, which is pretty normal and attainable, and they have a class content policy, which is nothing surprising. And then of course you just need a good internet, a good camera. Make sure you have a decent quality camera. I have an external camera that I purchased for online teaching. It just makes my face crisper, and I just like it. It's just a better quality camera. But I did start off using just the camera on my computer. And so then you just need to be able to run an online class, in that you need to know how to use Zoom. And most of us have done some type of thing, either a class or a meeting or a doctor's appointment over Zoom or some platform like that. And the more you use the platform, obviously you get more comfortable with it and notice, you know, you can draw on the screen and that sort of thing. And there are so many helpful videos from other Outschool and online teachers that will teach you certain tricks to help get your class situated for online. It's really great. So if those requirements don't sound so bad to you and you want to learn more about Outschool and how you can teach online, let me know. And I can guide you in the right direction. I can give you my link to sign up, and I can be your coach, which means I can help you to the nth degree, or I can help you just with whatever you need to email me with. We can email back and forth, and I can help you. And yes, I do get a bonus for helping you get hired with the company. So I offer services like reading over your bio and reading over your lesson plan and that sort of thing, because in order to get hired, that you have to fill out paperwork about yourself, like a profile and your experience, and basically information you would put on a resume. And you have to have a lesson plan where you would show what you would teach in a class, and then you would also need to do a short video showing you how you would teach that class. So, and that would only be, I forget how long it is actually, if it's 5 or 10 minutes, but just a short video of you teaching. And I can help you with all the tips that they like so that you can pass that in the first try. So let's talk about what I do on Outschool, and I'll even talk about what I do privately. So firstly, privately, when VIPKid closed, essentially, when we were no longer allowed to teach our students in China, I was able to start teaching some of my students privately. And I do teach them through Zoom, and I teach one student through ClassIn, just another online platform where we can meet and I can teach, and I share my screen so that they can see what's on my screen for slides and videos, and we can write on the screen, that sort of thing. So you're probably wondering, because I always want to know what people are teaching. What are you teaching, Jen? Well, I do have a degree in teaching. I was employed with my local school board for 18 years as a substitute teacher. I did a few long terms throughout my career and realized I preferred supplying, and I wasn't big on the planning aspects of teaching and the big commitment and them having so much control over when you work and when your breaks are, and those types of things, and all those meetings. Oh dear. So I enjoyed coming in, I got to teach the kids, and then I got to leave without having to bring work home with me. And so when I moved over to teaching online, it was kind of the same thing. You know, you have a little bit of prep work before your class and you get to teach, and I found the joy again in teaching, and then, you know, write a little bit of feedback, and then you're done. So when I moved over to Outschool, there's a little bit more involved with Outschool because VIPKid provided the lessons that we were going to teach. So we just got to look it over and then teach it. And Outschool, you have to make your own classes. But with making your own classes, you also get to set your own prices. So you get to decide your worth and how your experience and how much you want to charge the parents to take your class. Now, because Outschool is a platform, they take a portion of that set rate for your class. So you decide what you want to get paid, and then you also have to put a little bit more, 30% on top of that, because Outschool is going to take 30% of it. And it's per student. That's how much it is. So if you have a small group class of 5 students and you charge $10 each, then you're going to make $50 US. The money is in US, and you're going to make $50 in that 30-minute class, and Outschool will take 30% of that $50. So you also get to decide how many students you want to teach at a time, and again, how much you charge each student. So what do I teach? Because I came over from VIPKid and I was very used to being one-on-one with students, I have not taken the leap yet to group classes. I teach primarily one-on-one. I do have some current classes that are group classes, but I have not taught any yet. They are coming up here in the summer, and so we'll see what happens with that. But I definitely love teaching a one-on-one. You can make connections with the students. You can really tailor your class to their needs and their level, and you can get a lot accomplished and see some real growth with the students when you're teaching one-on-one. And so that's what I do. If you are a teacher, or you're a teacher candidate and you're in teachers college and you need side money, you can teach on Outschool and you can tutor on Outschool. And that's what I do basically, is I tutor kids in English and math and ESL. So those are my big ones. My 2, English, spelling, all the things about English. I am the tutor, and this parent tells me where they want their focus to be, and then I come to class each week with activities to help them in where they want to be learning. And I have some students who are a little behind and they need to be caught up, and I have other students who are excelling and they want to try the next thing. They want to be challenged, and so that's what I'm doing with tutoring. So if you want to tutor, you think, oh, that would be a great side gig, especially like in the sciences and high school math, man, if that is your passion and your niche, there's a great need for those. I don't teach math over grade 6 primarily. I can do grade 7 and 8, but I just don't feel like I'm an expert. So I kind of stick to primary junior for math. So, and then I am getting into classes for science of reading, using phonics, going back to phonics. Yeah, remember when we learned phonics in school? There's a movement coming where they're going back to phonics, and the science of reading promotes learning sight words through decoding through phonics. And I'm planning to offer classes like that. I see a great need for learning how to spell. So word families and diphthongs and all those things that I learned when I was in university with linguistics and the sounds of words. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards once I learn enough and figure out my methodology and how I want to. I feel like that's going to be my main niche in the future. So that's what I'm working on right now. And so, I mean, if you are looking for a tutor and you would like an online teacher that is certified and experienced working with students, then I might be your girl. You can check out my profile on Outschool. I'll link it in the description below. And if you're not interested in Outschool, you can also contact me at reclaimingjen@gmail.com. Email me and we can talk about the possibility of private teaching, especially with those science of reading. That's something I would like to do privately. So, do you need a big setup to start teaching with Outschool? Nope. If you just look around, this is my classroom. I have a corner of my mudroom, and over there is the vacuum and the cat litter and a box of toys and boots and coats and all the things over there. And I just teach in this tiny little room, and it's perfect. The door closes and then there's an outer door that closes, so I can make sure that I am lessen the distractions. I have a window right here, and speaking of distractions, my cats like to come through the window when they are hungry, so it kind of adds a little bit of a brain break sometimes with my students, because I need to get up and let the cat in, and they like to see the cat sometimes. So it's also a nice prop that I use, is to show my backyard. What is the weather like today? that sort of thing. So you don't need a lot of space. Some people have a huge office and they just use a hanging background behind them, and that's where they teach, because this is all you need, right? I have a bunch of props here that help with my ESL students, and I use various online tools to find curriculum for math and English. Specifically, education.com is one of the places where I love to go for materials for teaching online. So that is what I'm doing. And a lot of people ask, oh, do you miss teaching? And I don't miss being at school. I do miss connecting with, you know, my colleagues and seeing what everyone's up to, the social aspect of it. I did not miss teaching through COVID, and I did not miss the online aspect of what I would have been doing was teaching, supplying online. I didn't have anything to do with that, and I'm happy about that too. And so yeah, just the stars aligned when in 2019 I thought, maybe I need to add something else. I feel like teaching is getting a little less joyful and maybe a little less reliable. And now what can I do from home? Because of course I didn't want it to cut into my kids' activities after school. So I don't teach afternoons. That's one thing where, you know, you're tutoring, it's always after school. And for Outschool and for private tutoring, you don't have to do it after school, because there are kids in different time zones. And oh, and there's the cat now at the window. You don't have to teach in the afternoons. You can teach other times, before school, on the weekends, in the evenings, in the late middle of the night when kids are on the other side of the world. So that is just a little explanation about what I'm doing, teaching online and making money. I make American money too, which is great. Thankfully, the dollar has flipped around here, and right now, if you're in Canadian, it's $1.28 on the dollar, on the Canadian dollar. So that's always great. And I'm learning how to be a businesswoman too. Like I'm, you know, sending out invoices and learning the best way to do taxes and how to promote my business. It's a lot, but it's been a great experience, and I'm really happy with teaching online. So if this sounds like something that you might be interested in teaching online, reach out to me, reclaimingjen@gmail.com. Maybe there are some local family and friends that are looking for a side gig or a new career path, or, you know, something for your just graduated child who needs an income. You can teach online, and they can teach online if they're a newly graduated university student with no job prospects, or you know what's great right now when gas is $2 a liter in Canada. My commute is really awesome to work. It doesn't require any gasoline at all. So check it out. I mean, it's a big undertaking to think about working from home and working online, but it has been very rewarding. It has brought back joy to my career, and I love sharing about it. So if I can help you get started teaching online, reach out to me. I would be happy to talk to you about private online classes, or check out my Outschool profile. My cat's over there. I want to show you him. But that is my video for this week. And thank you for keeping in touch with me on my channel. I appreciate the comments that I get in between my videos. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Let's see. Where's the cat? There he is. He says, let me in. And here's my mudroom. It's just this teeny weeny little thing. My mudroom, my computer, all of my things. Don't judge. The toilet paper is for many different things, like a prop, for spiders, for anything. There we go. Never mind my organization strategies. All right, let's let this guy in. Good morning. Bye, guys.